All right, what up? Excuse me. Yeah, we got the Asia high marked down here. Looks like we already ran the Asia low. We already ran the Asia low. So let's kind of see what we get from here. Did we close below? Yeah, we closed below this 1 hour yesterday. Still in a big bearish 5-minute here. Let's see, 308, 371. Let's see what the ES did. Uh, all right, ES has a little more room here to push as well. So we'll see if we push up into the 326 area here. That is my expectation. What's up, DFAs? Yeah, I see it. Kind of missed it down here. If you guys were awake during the kill zone here, your entry really would have been for this IFVG here. You could have used the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. What's going on, JX? It's going all right. I've done okay this week. Monday was a little bit tough, but excuse me. Overall, not bad. So yeah, you could have taken that entry from down there at the bottom. Obviously, I was awake, or wasn't awake. So I'm going to take this one. If we close above here, I will take this. I think the draw's higher, but could be wrong. But we'll take it. We had some issues with the copier that kind of set us back on our 15, 16 funded accounts there. We only got like a few hundred in drawdown left on each one, unfortunately. But hopefully we can get to a payout here in the next few weeks. We'll see. The goal now is to just kind of get one to pay out. So I've been trading like 1 to 3 fundeds per day. I kind of want to take this here, but we really didn't close above. So, yeah, it happened on stream. I was trading big size for 6 ticks, 10 contracts. It put me into like 4 positions, 4 or 5 positions. I don't remember exactly. And I ended up being a loser. So, I'm going to go ahead and take this. What I've been doing is just taking one off at 5. So we'll keep the same kind of idea here. Just on an eval. Well, it is what it is. I mean, I take some responsibility. I was trading 10 contracts at one time, so it's not, I'm not going to completely blame it on the copier. That's too much size. 10 contracts for 6 ticks. As soon as I didn't get taken out of the position, I really should have made some changes at that point, but it's fine. Yeah, I was with Quantower, but I don't really blame Quantower. I mean, it could have happened anywhere. I was trading across, I think I was copying 19 or 20 accounts then, which is too many to begin with, really. It's too many. But it is what it is. We still have, I'm still working on, I decided to concentrate on my Buleys, my Bulenox accounts. So that's what I've been doing. That's what we've been doing. Yeah, I mean, like, too many accounts at one time just doesn't make sense. I mean, I should have probably made that adjustment, but it's so easy to make $300 in 6 ticks across 20 accounts and just be done, you know. So the thing is, it hit my target. It just it didn't take me out of the position. It hit the target, didn't take me out of the position, and then reversed on me, put me in a short position. I was in a long. So it sucked, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Not that big a deal, I guess. It'll be all right. As long as we can get 1 or 2 to pay out, we can get our money back. So that's kind of the goal there. So we got a pivot right here at 15. My take profit's right there at 17. I never like trading into the pivot, but we should be able to push through there. So as soon as we hit our take profit on the first one there, we'll go to break even on the second contract here. That's the idea anyway. All right, we hit the take profit, so we're going to go to break even, so we can't lose. We're going to target the Asia highs there at 26. Targeting the Asia highs. What's up, Crypto Panda in the house? Awake during the London session. Let's go. Now we know base above the VWAP there and keep going. It's me at London, Crypto. I woke up. Can you believe it? No, I'm going to try, guys. My whatever you want to call it for February is I want to trade every London session in February. It really helps my channel grow when I trade the London session. It also helps me as a trader because I really am too decent during the London session. So I really want to try to trade every London session that I can if I can get myself mentally prepared and trade it there. Cammy took the long ride up. What's Cammy doing? Is he up? I know he was streaming London. Is he still doing it? Okay, I guess he is. It's different for Cammy. I mean, it's like 9 o'clock at night for him. It's like 9 o'clock at night for old Cammy. So we want to get a push up into the 26 here. That'd be super nice. We might we'll probably get stopped out, but if we push above this high, stop should be at break even there. We got these we kind of triple topped here. Not supposed to move my stop until we break through that high, but you guys know me. Yeah, 2:30 or 3:30. Yeah, for him. He's in New Zealand. Where are you at, JX? You're somewhere too over there, aren't you? Keep forgetting that. I haven't seen you too much during the New York session. How's your trading been going? I know you were on evals for a while there, trying stuff out. So let's see what happens here. So this setup here, guys, if you're new, we have this fair value gap here. We pulled back into it. We held it. We created a fair value gap on the way down, and then we inverted it. So I used this for my entry. The real entry on this type of setup was really down here. You could have used the 5-minute also, 3-minute, either one, whichever one you wanted to use. But sweep of liquidity, we held this 1 hour fair value gap. We inverted this, and then went. Sweep of the Asia low, held this 1 hour, which kind of already been inverted earlier anyway. Holding the 1 hour is not really that important, to be honest. But sweep of the Asia low is the main thing. Candles yesterday was wild. You got stopped out from your free reset from Topstep. Oh, yeah, I did too, crypto. What's up, Oracle? I did too. I got stopped out too. Of course, I did it the stupid way. I didn't trade. I was going to go full size, which I did, 10 contracts. But I didn't do it on a setup. I was just like, oh, yeah, it looks decent. Let me jump in. And got stopped. Oracle's walking the dog, walking the dog. We already know. So let's see if we can get a push into 26 here. Come on. Hopefully it doesn't stop me out here. It might. One contract, yeah. Right now, one contract on this. Well, 2 contracts. I locked in one at 5 handles. What's going on, David? Now, I normally wake up. Whether I trade or not. It's the funny thing. Whether I trade London or not, I usually don't sleep through the night anyway. I usually wake up either way. So, all right, see if we can push here. Now, I like that momentum there. We should be able to push into the 26. I'm going to go ahead and lock in 5. This should get this push here. All right, locking in 28 handles here. So we're locking in $250 total. All right, probably trailed that a little too close, but I'm going to take it. $250 there, $265. Cammy's done already? How long has he been live? An hour. So anyways, I expect to run through 26. I probably could have just put my stop at the bottom of this kind of order block that we just created, right below the pivot there. That would have been the safest spot for it, really. I mean, we should run the target, but as we do, we moved it too quick. And it got us. With the expansion we were getting there, I was expecting us just to run right through it, which we just did. So it cost myself there, what, 5 handles? 6.5 handles more, 6 handles more. Cost myself $120 there. That is one of the things I am going to work on today, not moving the stop. There's really no reason to move the stop there. Oh, man. So Asia high is gone there. Let's take a look at the bigger time frame. So a huge gap there to the left that we're trading into now. Yeah, you actually could have probably targeted that. So trading up into that. Excuse me, goodness. It's always easy to read the Asia high, Asia low, guys. This is like, especially in London, if you guys trade London every day, it's like one of the easiest reads, right? You mark out the Asia high, the Asia low. Once we sweep one, we typically sweep the other. It doesn't always happen, but pretty high frequency we do. Pretty high frequency we do there. So you can see we ran the Asia low here. Right here. This actually would have been a break-even one here. Oh, it's been first time you've been on in days? Dang, you must be working a lot. So this would have been kind of your first setup there. Depends on what you want to use. 5 minute, 3 minute, doesn't really matter. I like the 3 minute, a little bit smaller time frame there. Hey, Shrewdaggle in the house. Welcome to the Methodical Crew. You the man. Thank you for your subscription. But anyways, yeah, you could have used the 5 minute here. That actually is the cleanest. So this would have been your entry right here. It's inside the kill zone. We swept the Asia low. So this would have been your actual best entry here. We took a little higher up entry, as you do, because that's when we woke up. So entry on a close above 292, stop to break even once we hit 299. So stop, close out if you close below here, and then target 326. So that would have been a nice 30 handle move here during London. That's the trade of the day right there that we missed. May have to start at 2 a.m. because like that's when the kill zone kind of starts on these inversions. So you can see my entry since I got on here 245. I already saw this, so I knew I'd missed that entry. But we pulled back into this gap. Created a little 1 minute fair value gap, so I entered on the close above. And, yeah, target the Asia highs. Shrewdaggle, welcome. Yeah, no problem. You losing your mind with cooking, cleaning, homework, showers. Dang, JX. Alone with the kids. Wife's on business for 2 weeks. Dang, that's a long trip. 2 weeks. Long trip. So we made $265 on that trade there. Could have been a much bigger trade. We did cost ourselves 5 points by moving the stop a little too quick. So not much to do here. We're either going to have to look for a short out of this 15-minute gap here. So either we get some sort of rejection out of this gap, or we'll see if we close above. If we close above, then we can be fairly confident that we're going up here. I don't know that we do that here during London, to be honest. That's 100 points up. So right now, probably be looking for shorts, possibly. We think the draw is higher. It's hard to consider that the draw could be higher here, but suppose it could be. Yeah, for 3 months last year. That's crazy. That's a long time, JX, though. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button for me. Subscribe like Shrewdaggle did. He the man. If you are interested in trading futures, we still got the 90% off coupon here with Bulenox. I'm sorry, 87%. Don't sleep on the 87%. Looks like it's still valid. So I mean, we could look for a short here. We do have this little wick in this gap here. Would be a decent target, but don't know how much I trust it. So if you close below here, we probably go to here, but it depends on your bias. If you're bearish, this will meet all the rules as far as what we're looking for. Delivering from a gap. You're going to close out another gap. So if we close below here, then I would anticipate this this hitting, but yeah, such a short. Man, it's only 6 points. So we close below there. This wick would be a decent. So if you're bearish right here, you could take this short. You could target this swing here to get kind of a better R to R here, and move your stop to break even once we hit this 13. If you're bearish, I'm not taking this. I'm just calling this out for you guys for what I see. But I am not taking it, but you could. So we're inversing this gap. So stop to break even once we hit that yellow line that I drew out there. Excuse me, goodness. 2 a.m., John, yeah. 3 a.m. here, bud. Trying to get everything in order, wash, clean, and military spec. She was cleaning again. That's crazy. Well, at least you did all you could there, JX. So close back above the gap here, you would just stop out. But this at very minimum should be a break-even trade, I would imagine. But we are trading into the pivot, so that's why I'm not taking it. And her little toothbrush. What? Oh, goodness. I do kind of expect to get a retest of this small gap here. This is not that obvious. It's not that clear, but it should probably work. I don't take it just because, like I said, I don't like to shorten to the pivot here. And plus, I'm not sure of the draw. Not sure if I should be bearish or bullish here. That's a big deal. So again, if you're in this trade, a close above this green box would be you would just close out for a loss there. Risking 6 or 7 handles for a potential 15. So 2-to-1 R to R here. Got a little 2-to-1. Stop to break even once you hit this 13 level. Really stop to break even once we breach this swing again, which is going to be very tight, especially if you took the close. If you entered on the candle close, you're probably just going to get stopped for break even, but we'll see what happens. It didn't make you feel good there, JX? I'd imagine. That's always the way it is. So retest the gap there. Man, I could take the short here, but it's much less risk. 3 or 4 handles. I'm not going to do it. Like I said, it's kind of against my rules. I don't like shorting into the pivots. Shorting into VWAP, the pivot, that sort of thing. Where is VWAP? Oh, down here. I was like, where is VWAP? So you want to see this hold this gap. If it closes back above this gap, then the draw is likely higher. And that's why this wouldn't work. If it stays below it, then we're still good. Floor is literally like a mirror. You pull the fridge apart, stove, everything. Yeah. JX, you're just not up to those standards, man. All right, looking like some probably close above. Yeah, I'd probably be taking it off there. It didn't quite close above, but that's right there at it. I guess based on the rules, you'd still be in it. So it didn't quite close above. Or did it? Do I have the gap drawn out wrong? I think I do. Yeah, may as well not clean it off if you don't meet the standards. So if you didn't take the trade off on this little small close above here, then I would certainly be going to break even once we breach that swing. But technically, if you're following the rules to a T, a close above there would be your stop out. But if you just got a hard stop up here, then stop to break even once we hit this swing here. We'll make it a free trade. But you can see how we just bounced right off the pivot. That's why I don't love shorting into the pivot. You almost got to give it a little extra room when you do that. Or just take quick profits. So I don't like shorting into the pivot, though. It doesn't mean it can't work. It just means sometimes you're going to get this dirty price action. So, and ES has not ran the Asia high yet, so that tells you that the draw is likely higher there. We'll see. Holding up at the pivot once again. So just holding the pivot here strong. So anyways, like I said, you probably already had been stopped down on this trade if you took it. Seemed like draw's probably higher here. ES is still not taking out the Asia highs, so. Also have equal highs there at 86 on the ES. So it feels like the draw is probably higher here, but hard to really know. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. We do appreciate it. Like I said, if you're following the rules to a T, you should probably already be stopped out here. If you're a rule breaker, maybe you didn't take the stop out. Just kind of hard to know here which the direction is. I mean, based on the ES, you think we go higher, but even with that, I think this is a valid setup. I mean, it meets all the rules. There's just a pivot here. But other than that, it really does meet all the rules. Doesn't mean you always should take it, though, right? ES just kind of chopping around here. It looks like maybe a clean close above now. Oh, I got to sneeze. Hold on. All right, so we got a clean close above there, so you certainly should be out of this trade if you did take that short. Like I said, it's the reason I didn't take the short. If I call it out, it's up to you if you take it, but it met the requirements. The problem just was there's a pivot here. ES still not ran the Asia high, so I think the draw is probably higher. And we're just kind of in no man's land here, right? Now, if we don't push above this gap, and the ES finally rose the Asia high, then at that point, if we get a short setup, we could probably take it. So that's probably what we're going to be looking for here. Probably the idea. You can see we never hit the internal liquidity there, so stop could have never went to break even here unless you just got spooked on the redraw on the retest here and took it off. But so ES pushing here, Nasdaq starting to push as well. Sorry to keep coughing in your ear. I just still getting over the flu there from last week, so we still got a little congestion. So we're just watching here as this thing moves higher. Like I said, we want to see the ES kind of run that 86. That'd be ideal. Currently at 83, 3 more points to go. Then we could maybe start looking for some sort of short setup then if we're going to get it. Pretty sure this is a 15-minute gap I got marked out here. Yeah. So if we close above here on the 15-minute, then I don't see a reason why we don't head on up here. Interesting enough, though, in the 1 hour, this looks like we should be heading down tomorrow, right? We close below this gap. Let's see, where was it at? No, it wasn't on the 1 hour, I guess. Maybe the 4 hour. Where was I seeing that at? No, it wasn't there. Am I mistaking this from yesterday? Or do we not close below that? I guess we didn't. $270. Yeah, I guess we did close below 270. Yeah, so you kind of think 168 might be the draw there ultimately today. But who knows? I don't typically like to look into it that deep. So yeah, if you're still holding long from this this inversion down here, congratulations. That'd be a nice trade. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Pushed up into the 346 here. ES still did not run the 86 there. If you guys did hit the subscribe button and didn't give me a notification, you want a proper thank you, let me know in the comments down below. So I'm probably just going to watch the 15-minute here. I really just want to see, well, we'll keep it on the 1 minute for now. We'll wait and see. Oh, do you guys want to check out the nebula? I've been keeping the nebula up during the New York session. Let's take a look at the nebula here. Let's get the nebula pulled up. Why not? Take a look at it, see what she says. She's had us long duck dong there for a minute. Got a buy signal down here, 269. Let's see how that adds up to our... Yeah, so we got a buy signal pretty early. Right in here. Anybody trading off the nebula? Anybody familiar with the nebula? Oh, my goodness. I had to make a joke there. I couldn't help it. I had to make a joke. Yukondo said he was in the hospital yesterday. All right, let's see. We want to see the ES run the 86, and then we can start looking for a position. But until then, not much we can do. I know my internet always acts crazy during London session. Internet always acts crazy. What is the deal? My internet's just like circling. Are we still live? I don't even know. All right, we're still live, but man, this thing's like circling. So we're just waiting on the ES to sweep this 86, and then we'll see what happens. So a little SMT right now. We'll see if ES actually makes this high. Yeah, Wolfie, what's going on? It's going good. I'm up a couple $100, which took a little inversion right here. Karthik. Yeah, one down about Apex micro scalping allowed, like bot. No, Karthik, you can. Yeah, it's most definitely allowed. No big deal with Apex. If you're trading on like my funded futures, they don't like micro scalping. Trade day, but Topstep, Apex should be fine. Topstep's a little weird about it. I think as long they want you to take like 8 ticks minimum, somewhere in there, 8 ticks in 10 seconds, but I don't think it's that big a deal. Alpine, if you're familiar with Alpine, he micro scalps, and he's got many payouts from Apex with no issues. He takes 6 tick trades. Average trade time probably less than 10 seconds. So, yeah, we took a little entry here. We pulled back into this fair value gap here. We inversed this gap, this bearish one. So I took the entry for the close above there. And then, target was Asia highs, but I took one off at 5 and then the other off at 8. Moved the stop too quick. You actually just caught that last run up. Nice, Wolfie. You saw Alpine doing micro scalping. That's why I'm asking. Yeah, he does it. It's not a problem. 21 ticks. Crazy consistency. What is that on flying? Who says 21 ticks? I don't know who that one is. Is that a trade day or? I think My Funded Futures wants you to at least have 8 ticks, I believe. Alpine's initial range. Yeah, I mean, he does it differently flying. He takes his opening range now, from what he says, is 3 contracts, 13 ticks. That's $300, I believe. 303 is what you get. 3 contracts, 13 ticks. That's what he's changed. What he's currently using, he said. Wolfie's with Topstep. Yeah, I like Topstep. I'm also with Topstep. So we are getting a couple of little take profit signals here on the Nebula. Yeah, he made a video last, I don't know, maybe 2-3 days ago, and he said that was his new opening range deal. 3 contracts, 13 points. Seems to be working for him. Yeah, yeah, no, I'm in there, Shrewdaggle. I try to watch streamers when I like stream too. It's fun. So I like Tom. He thinks I'm trading 200 accounts. No, I'm trading 1 account, Tom. Now we do have a lot of accounts. No. Anyways, pulling back here, bouncing off this VWAP band here, testing the nebula there. So ES is still not ran. Could buy, I mean, like, you could just continuously buy these dips if you wanted to, but I'm just waiting. See, we got these equal highs here, 86. On the ES here. That's also the Asia high, so I'm waiting on it. Well, it's 85.75. I wanted to run it by 1 tick there. So you could take this pullback here. This is kind of a protected low if we're going to continue higher. That is your protected low if you're looking at taking a long back through the high here. You could. How's everybody's P&L looking today? Everybody doing all right? Looks like pretty clean action since open here. Pretty clean. So I mean, like that's the thing sometimes with London, you get like nice clean action. I mean, this is a nice move. Off the 5-minute here. Get in at 288 there. I mean, that's a pretty nice move there. What was that 12 points plus 50 points? I mean, it's a 60-point move if you had the courage to hold it all the way up. We took 8 points out. Of course, this is where I woke up at, so I may have to start the stream for London at 2 a.m. Eastern. I don't know. It's when a lot of those inversion setups form, so maybe that's what I should be doing. No, AT Wolfie, I don't. I don't pay that close attention to order blocks. I probably should, but I don't play that. I don't pay. Since I just scalp, I probably stick with the 15 and down. Sometimes you'll see me switch over to the hourly just to see, but usually I stick to kind of the 15-minute and down. Trust me, I have people in my chat every day who are like, look at the hourly, look at the 4-hour, look at the daily. And it's like I tell them, while I agree people can trade level to level, it's just not me, right? I like to scalp, so. All right, looks like this protected low is going to be ran. I don't like the ES has not ran the 86 yet. I would have looked for a short here if ES had ran the 86, so I'm just waiting on that. You could look for a short here if you are bearish, but it meets all the criteria here. But again, the short down here met the criteria too. Nebula is showing short here off the 37, 38 area. I see Tom has kind of changed up his strategy a bit. He's doing the scalping thing now. I'm liking that a lot better than what he was doing before. It's always better when you get more, you get a little more action there. So this kind of be a short setup if you're bearish here, but close below here on the 2-minute. Again, your break even is going to be here at the pivot, so I don't love it. But it doesn't mean it's not going to work. I just don't love it. So ES never ran the Asia high yet, so I'm anticipating this thing to move back up. So this thing did close below here. But like I said, it doesn't meet my rules to enter. I mean, there is a little bit of room here, but I don't love it. Now, if I think we're going higher, which I do for now, what would make more sense? Kind of the same idea as what we're looking at on the short there. Close back above. Close back above here. We should probably go to the high. Would be my guess. We may take one contract here if we close above here long. We may. Might take one contract and target the high here. Might not even target the high. Might just target $100. Risking probably half our profits. Maybe a little more than half. I'm going to take the long here. Like I said, I'm probably just going to take the $100 and be done with this trade. There we go. Pretty easy read there. And this is the kind of trades I like. Nice and quick, easy read. Now, why did we not take the short here? What did we say? ES is still not ran. So I said, if you're bearish, this is your short setup. I'm not bearish yet. I want to see the ES run those highs, the Asia highs first. Once it runs those highs, then we might target shorts. So we pull back, we hold this gap on the 3-minute. We never close below on the 3-minute. I guess we did close below, but we hold the gap on the 3-minute. We deliver from this gap. We close back above on the 2-minute there. A nice and easy read there for just a few points. Like I said, I'm not targeting that high. You could, but I don't like how this thing does this. They keep refreshing. Oops. I didn't mean to hit that gap. I meant to So anyways, this inversion here is the one that we took it off of. So it should eclipse the high here. I just took the 5 points. My goal during London is $300, so $365. Yeah, we bounced off the. We also bounced off the Asia high there. Where was the Asia high? It was here at the 30, somewhere in here. Exactly, right off the Asia high. So, like I said, once we see the ES run that 86, feel more comfortable with the short at that point. But until then, I'm really bearish. So when I tell you guys, like, okay, if you're bearish, this is your short setup. That's just me telling you, like, if I was bearish, this is the setup I would be looking for. But since I'm not bearish yet, that's why you don't see me taking those. As soon as we get the long, we do take those. ES is kind of being a little naughty girl over here, though. It's just getting so close. Got a triple top right now on the ES at 85.50. So I still think we move higher here. Looks like we still move higher. If you see, the nebula never really said to get short here. It did show a short short setup here from 42 if you wanted to take a scalp. It's kind of for the break of the trend line there. Excuse me. But if you're not familiar with Nebula, this yellow is a reversal indicator, so that shows that we were kind of going back up. Soft sell, soft buy. The triangles across of the 9 and the 21 EMA. No real power on this pushback up. These candles are kind of what Oracle calls dead soul candles. They're not bright green like this one. Like that one there. It's kind of what you want to see, these bright green ones for the move up. But yes, creating triple highs there. And so it's got equal highs in a couple different spots. Expect those to be ran, but how are they ran is the question, right? Do we go straight to them? Usually not. So if you took this close above and you're targeting this high, which you very well could, your break-even is going to be at that swing there. So as soon as you hit that swing, your break-even stop would be in. So we'll see what happens here. Like these inversion plays, I do like these. If you know the draw and liquidity, then the win rate is very, very high. And more often than not, you're at least going to get a break-even play as opposed to a loser. I'm trading them a little differently with the style that I'm using right now. I'm taking profit. Now, if I got a lot of confidence in a setup, I'm going to take 2 contracts. I'm taking one off at 5 or the break-even swing, and then targeting, putting the next at break-even and seeing where it goes. By doing that, I feel like I at least lock in some profit on even a break-even trade, which I like. A little bit higher risk, though, because if you take a loss, it's going to be a little higher, a little more money. Goodness. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. If you are interested in trading futures, I got all the links down below. Topstep, APEX, Bulenox, Take Profit Trader, and My Funded Futures. I'll give you the quick rundown here. 24% off My Funded Futures. It's going to cost you about $123 for a 50K expert account with no activation fee. Take Profit Trader, $102 with no activation fee for a 50K account. Apex, 71% off. It's going to be around $50 for a 50K account up front. And then, obviously you got the option to do monthly or lifetime. Bulenox, $23, 87% off for your Bulenox account currently. That's the best deal upfront cost right now. And then Topstep, obviously $49. So all the links in the description there. If you want to help the channel out, if you want to support the channel, then press those links. All right. So we just breached this. So now you're at break even. You should be at break even right now. This is a free trade at that point. A free trade. Did everybody get their free resets from Topstep yesterday? I actually want a free 100K account. Target should be your swing high here. You could let it run, but you could let it run until ES hits that 86, but I'd take it off. So there's the target. There's really not that much heat on this trade. I mean, look at this trade right here. 3.75 handles. I managed it differently, but why? My goal's only $300. And I know you shouldn't trade your P&L, but at the end of the day, I'm going to take what's safe for me. So this is a nice setup here. Nice little setup. You can see how that pullback on the back of the nebula bounced there. Wick off the back of the nebula. We got the ad. The candle looks nice and brighter, so kind of helping you out there. Have been watching me for a few weeks now. Don't know why I haven't ever interacted. Really just been watching how you trade. Oh, thanks, Wolfie. Yeah, you don't have to interact. I mean, it's all up to you. I'm trying to really improve on holding my trades longer. Because a lot of times I'll call out 10, 15, 20 handle setups, and I don't hold them for that long. Like this one here, 11 and a half handles. I mean, it's not a huge setup by any means. I just took 5. But that's all I needed. GV in the house. What's up, GV? So ES still did not run. ES is such a funny, like, this is why I cannot trade ES. This is absolutely why I can't trade ES. It leaves all these equal highs and equal lows, and it does it all the time. You guys ever notice this with ES? And I mean, look how much of a struggle it is for this thing to get through these equal highs here. Now we got 4 equal highs here at 85.50. We have equal highs there at 85.70, 86 basically. That's your Asia high. It's like, come on, man. ES is so slow. I can't do it. My patience. Profit is profit. Yeah, me too. I mean, that's the thing, but sometimes it does cost you because then when you do eat a loss, right? So like my target's 360 or 300. So when I do eat a loss, it does hurt a little worse. But if you guys are new here, we do have a bunch of accounts. We're not, well, this is only a few of the connections, but I have, we got 3 funded accounts. I'll tell you guys, kind of give you the rundown, I guess. We got, what do we got? 3. Okay, so we got 16 APEX funded accounts, 3 Bulenox, 3 Topstep. That's 22. 1 take profit trader, 1 my funded futures. And I think that's where we stand right now. Am I forgetting somebody? That's it. I think that's where we stand right now. So my funded futures, take profit trader, Topstep. Yeah, that should be it. So I'm trying to get payouts here. I mean, that's the idea. We've got enough funded accounts now. We're just trying to work towards payouts. I am working on you see me trading an eval right here, but this does it's free. It's a free eval, so that's why we're trading it. Got the free code, so we're just going to use it. Wolfie, I typically do use the Quantower copy trader. Unfortunately, it was having some issues last week and actually cost me some money. Might have been the week before last. Cost me quite a bit on some of my accounts. I was up over 1,000 on my Apex accounts, and I got caught in a copy trade. It entered me in 4 positions. They fixed it now. Like, the copy trader's fixed now. It's working fine. But I stopped trading all the accounts. I stopped copying them because of that, and I haven't gotten back to it. So during my New York session, I'm trading like 1 to 4 of the funded accounts. Not at a time. I'm just trading them one account at a time. Just I want to get some of those accounts to pay out. And I feel like the easiest way to do that is to just take 1 at a time to pay out for now. So that's originally I was copying all like somewhere around 20 accounts at one time. And it's nice when you hit that $300 trade across all 20 accounts. That's nice. But then when you have an issue with the copier and it costs you $1,000 across 20 accounts, that hurts a little bit. So that hurts a little bit. But, I mean, I'm sure I'll get back to the copier just right now. Just right now, I'm not, yeah. Yeah, that hurt a lot. It hurt. Oh, I lost. Actually, it not only that, it lost. So what did it? It tagged me out on some of my accounts too. So I actually it blew a couple of the accounts when that happened. But I don't blame anything. I don't blame the copier. I mean, I reached out to Apex because I felt like they should have done something about it. You could see in the positions it showed. The funny thing is, it never showed me in a position on the chart. But I do keep a positions tab open, so that's how I knew I was in a position. So I closed all. It hit my target, never filled me. I closed all, and then 10 or 15 seconds later, it re-entered me in another position. I closed again, re-entered me in another position, closed again. It did that like 3 or 4 times, and by the time it was done, I was down $1,000. But it happens. Topstep offers the platform. Yeah, are you using Trade-Evate, Wolfie? I want to try a batch of 4 or 5. Yeah, I think 4 or 5 at a time is probably the sweet spot flying. That's probably the sweet spot. And I say that. I have a video on my copy trader, on the copy trader from Quantower, and I think I say 5 or 6 is kind of the sweet spot. Any more than that, you can do it, but it's, you start running into issues. Start getting a little glitchy. Ninja, nice. Yeah, I have. I also have. I have Replicanto as well that I use on Ninja. And if you're trading one prop firm at a time, or if you're mixing kind of some rhythmics with Trade-Evate, then Replicanto is nice. You can do it that way too. You can connect your Trade-Evate account to Replicanto with your ninjas, which is nice. But so ES still not taking out those highs yet. Like I said, I'm not blaming the copy trader. I wasn't even that mad about it. I mean, I didn't complain that much about it on my stream. I tried not to let it affect my day, but it hurts when you work, for a month building up $1,000 in profit and then it's just gone in an instant. But especially when it's not a fault of your own, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. But my idea is I just want to get a couple of those accounts to pay out. So, because the thing is, I need 2 accounts to get to pay out to pay for those funding fees and such. So that's the idea. Is like, let's just get these first 2 to pay out this month, in the next week or 2, and then we can be more aggressive because we're free rolling at that point. You could be more aggressive because you just be free rolling. The accounts don't cost you anything at that moment. And I'm probably going to go to 25Ks on Apex. I think that going forward, that's what I'm going to do, 25Ks. No, you can't swing trade, Wolfie, on props. There's 1 hour a day where most props want you to be shut down. And the reason for that really is smart. I mean, think about it. Sometimes you have a nice opening gap. It might be a 30, 40-point gap and then immediately run one direction or the other. It's just dangerous. But like I said, I think this thing's going to continue higher. There's no model for me to jump in, though, yet. Mr. Crooner in the house. Yeah, CFDs. Exactly. Did I see the manipulation on NAS days ago at closing? Which one? Are you talking about when the news came out? Wolfie? Yes. Was that yesterday or that was the day before? I think we had earnings come out after hours there. I don't remember who it was. Maybe AMD, Microsoft. I think there might be. Is there earnings today? I don't know. But yeah, I did actually see. I actually participated in it because the last trade of the day I lost $390 on one of my fundeds on Bulenox, and then I took a $400 winner when we started getting that volatility. So I actually ended the day even instead of down $390 on that account. Sometimes at the end of the day, I'll take high risk trades in like the last minute. I don't know why I like doing that, but I'll do that sometimes. I'll take 2-3 contracts, minis, look for 5 points. But so I think the ES is probably going to take out those highs this time. Let's see. Do we have news? What's what the news is today? I think we have, is it Jolts today? That's some news at 3, right? Or 4? Oh, not much. Eurozone manufacturing. Let's see what we got during New York today. Oh, initial jobless claims, 8:30. 9:45, manufacturing PMI. Oh, we actually got a decent amount of news today. 10 a.m. We have a bill auction, 11:30. Fed balance sheet, 4:30. All right, got a little volatility there on that news. You lost a little over 1K, was playing a 4-hour OB. It was getting respected, but then ran through my stop, light position in case it happened. Yeah, I have a hard time with it. Like, if you're trading level to level on the higher time frame, I think it's fine. I know traders who do that, and they take 150, 200-point winners. 300 points, 400 points sometimes. But sometimes you run into those 80, 100-point losers too. So if you're able to do that, awesome. I'm just not able to. That's not my mentality. I can't hold like that. Yeah, I know a trader who she's making, I don't know, divulge her information, but, $3-4 million in a year, trading level to level. I see these huge P&Ls from her, but then also she shows the losses too. And sometimes you can see, you see $150,000, $200,000 loss, like, ouch. But then she has, she'll show several $250,000, $300,000 winning days. Those are some big swings. Yes, this is such a dirty girl. Look at her. Look at her. She literally topped again at 85.50. Just barcoding here. 2-point range. Right swings on the Forex broker. What's up, right? You streaming, right? Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm saying, Wolfie, like, you heard me say she'll show a $200,000 loser, but then most days she's showing $200,000-$300,000 winners. So her wins and losses are right in line. She's not having a $500,000 loser and a 100,000 winner. They're basically the same. Her wins are same size as her losses, and so the risk to reward's right. That's why she's profitable. Can't stream right now. Your PC is having issues downloading software. Oh. That sucks. I've been lucky not to have any PC issues lately. So my brother-in-law builds PCs, so if I did, he would I'm sure he'd be able to take care of it, but I think this thing continues higher. What time is it? 4:03. All right. My streams during London are not as long, obviously, as New York guys. I do trade the entire New York session, 9:15 a.m. to 4 p.m. every single day. So, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let me know, right? But yeah, I stream every day, 5 days a week, New York. I don't miss any New York sessions. I am going to try to wake up for the London session. The goal is to stream the entire month. So, that's the goal. We'll see if it happens. We'll see if it happens, if we're able to do it. It's funny, I'm much more patient on in the London session. It's easier to be patient. I don't know why that is. All right, you see Nebula over here saying get short. I'm not doing it. Still might work, but still think we got upside here on the ES, obviously. How do we get there is the question. Where am I from? I'm from Georgia, Northeast Georgia, United States. Action is slower. Yeah, you're right, flying. But sometimes, I mean, you can ask some of the people that watch my London streams before. Sometimes I just I size larger in London and take the smaller moves, which is more risky. All right, so you could, I mean, you could, if we hold this area again, you could kind of take another trade up to the highs here. Nebula saying short, short, short. All right, back to the Asia high here. You always trade 3 contracts? 3 minis, Wolfie? I usually stick to 2. Well, most of the time 2. Like a lot of times I just trade 1. Depends on my confidence level in the trade. If I feel pretty confident about it, I'll size up a little bit. All right, let's check the 3-minute here. I mean, I hate that the ES left those equal highs there. $5 a contract, so 15 a tick. Oh, nice. I hate that the ES left those equal highs. I mean, because this seems like it did close below here. Did close below here, so you would think we'd probably see the pivot at 315. But since the ES left those equal highs there, there's no way I could short this. The only thing I could do is if this gap stays open, maybe take a long. If we inverse this gap. If the it might close it out here on the 3-minute. We may have to go to the 2-minute. Here we go. 2-minute, it's open. Excuse me. I actually have 2 in the leg on the 2-minute. I don't love that. Just trying to see which chart is cleaner. I don't know. I like the 3 minute, but this gap's so small. This is not obvious. There's too many gaps in the leg on the 1 minute. There's 2 gaps in the leg on the 2 minute. So .30-second chart. I don't know. I don't really like any of them, to be honest with you. The 3 minute doesn't stand out enough. I wish the wick had not came back up and closed that gap out like that. I wish it left it a little bigger. But wick back up into the nebula here. Nebula says short, but like I said, I don't know that I'm going to take an entry anyway. I'm just trying to outline and see what we see here. ES has all those equal highs up there at 85.50. Such a hard to short here, but the further we get away from those highs or those equal highs, the market may come back later for that. It could pull all the way back down to the 78 on the ES there and then decide to kind of go back up and get it. You never know. Rejected off the 45-minute order block. Yeah, we're still in that 15-minute gap, too. I mean, I don't know how high we'll go here, but had the limit short at 38, took it off, and then it wicks up. That's what happens. I mean, I'm expecting this thing to still move higher. But I don't see without just kind of like blindly jumping in. I guess you could take the 3 minute here. I mean, it's the cleanest one, even though I don't like it that much. So a close above here, close above this gap, you target the high again. Break even stop probably at this imbalance. It's no real clean area here for a break even stop either. So probably closes above here. Let's see, 15 seconds left. Yeah, it's not even close above. So in all likelihood, it probably runs to the target before it even closes here. Got a buy signal here on the nebula. Not strong candles, though. This is dead soul candles. No real. The Watt Atar explosion's not pinging here. It's not saying buy, buy, buy. That could change. Tom is taking a lot of trades. I like it. I'm here, Jeremy. I'm here. I'm trying to be here all month. We'll see. We'll see if we're able to. Try my best. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. We're going to be doing some giveaways as we push into 2,000 subscribers. 2,000, we're giving away 1,700. We're going to give away a tumbler. At 1,850, we'll give away another one, and then at 2,000, another one. We have these custom tumblers that have been made. My girlfriend made. It's Take a Sip, Buy the Dip. Show you guys what these things look like here. This one just says Day Trader. She makes these. And here's the other one. I'm feeling bullish. And we did give away 2 free accounts yesterday during New York. 2 free accounts. Jeremy just passed 3 Apex evals. You the man, Jeremy. You the man. Nice job. Get them passed, get to payout. That's what we like to do, like to hear. I was like, my charts froze for a second. I was like, is it just not moving? I think Tom's long duck dong over here. So this would be your idea for a long here, for a long duck dong, assuming that the ES does not take out the 86. It actually looks like it might. It'll be interesting if it takes out the 86 without this closing above. It might do that. So a close above here would kind of trigger a long, but we're in a 15-minute bearish gap. So we're still in this 15-minute bearish gap here. As you guys can see, I accidentally deleted that earlier. Let's go back down to the 1 minute. All right, ES pushing here. I'm not going to take this because ES is so close to the 86 now. So even if this closes above, decent chance it might fail. We probably run to this imbalance at least. But I'm not going to take this with the close above. Because ES just pushed through those quadruple highs right there. But it does got equal highs at 86, and it just ran them. Literally just ran them. So you'd have to wait and see how the ES reacts here. If it continues to the upside, then you might could take this, but we'll see. Like I said, it's probably going to close above here. The R is not going to be great. I don't like that the ES just ran the Asia highs. So just be careful if you do try to take this long. I'm not liking the way it looks now. You maybe could wait for a retest. Also, we are on the 3-minute chart here, which means your candle close for your stop is going to be much. You could be risking more than you like, you know. So close above 11. I mean, this is barely a 1-to-1, maybe. No, Wolfie, I don't trade daily bias. Typically. Just because I'm a scalper. So I'm just like so dialed in on these inversions that the 15-minute and down's really where I'm at. But so closed above here clearly. Like I said, target's the high here. So 10.5 points target. You're really risking probably 10, 10.5. So I don't love the RR here. It's 1-to-1. I just don't love that the ES ran the 86 here, so I'd be careful. I don't see anything wrong with anyone who does trade a daily bias. I think daily bias messes with your entries. This is just my honest opinion. Because let's think about it. let's say I'm bearish right now. Am I taking any shorts on this push up? Probably not. Not yet anyway. So like you missed this entire move. This is probably a bad example, but you get what I'm saying. So if I'm bearish, I'm missing this entire push up, right? Whereas if I just don't have a bias, I'm going to take longs. And then when it tells me to take shorts, I'm going to take shorts. Like when it makes sense. Then when it says when it's time to take longs again, I'm taking longs again. Whereas if you have a daily bias, you're really just limiting yourself to one direction. That's my opinion anyway. Could be right, could be wrong. And everyone could trade it differently. But that's the way I look at it. I don't want to miss out on a move just because, and I see people do this. Trust me, I see profitable traders do this. Where they're like, "Oh, I'm bearish, so I'm not taking a long setup until I see a short setup." You know, I'm only gonna take short setups. And they probably work, but I'm just saying in general you miss moves that way. All right, why did I not like this, guys? And you can see this is probably going to close below here. We got less than a minute left on this candle. That's why I didn't like this. This is why you need to be watching the ES. You could also watch YM. You can watch the dollar. You know, you can use Confluence with all of them. But this is why I did not like this trade, because ES ran the Asia high. So that tells me that we can now probably start looking for shorts. And it just 2-ticked above it. Didn't even run it by with any like expansion. No power at all. So that's how you are. You're bearish on the day, so you're only taking sales. Yeah. And I mean, like, that. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Right? It's nothing wrong with that. It's just not how I do it. I want to be zoomed in. I'm very zoomed in. And I'm looking for these moves on a very zoomed in, you know, sort of look. And whatever works for you. There's 20, 30 different ways to skin a cat. You know, like, just because it's not how I do it doesn't make it right or wrong. If you're profitable with it, it's all that matters. So they say close below, so that'd be a stop out. 10 points if you took that. So I didn't like the risk to reward. I didn't like the way the ES looked, so we didn't take it. But it's 4:21, guys. I do think that's going to do it for me for the London session. I will be back 9:15 a.m. Eastern for the New York. Bob's joining just as I'm leaving. Good morning, Bob. But we're up $365 here. If you guys are interested in trading futures, all the links down below. 87% off Bulenox. I don't know how long that's going to last, so take advantage of it while you can. $10 a month for my Discord if you guys are interested. The link's down below. Yeah, it all depends on what time frames you trade. You don't need a higher bias. It works well. Yeah, that's the thing. You can trade so many different ways. And a lot of people don't, they get mad. They'll see someone trade a different way and they says they'll be like, oh, he doesn't trade like I do, so it's wrong. That's not how it works. Norwegian, why does it say in the description the 20% additional off Topstep? So if you are a new subscriber to Topstep, you get an additional 20% off using the link. That's why. US day shift has 2 to 3 big moves per day. I confirmed for many years after seeing it. Oh, yeah. For sure, Charles. Always moves. Always moves. I like it. But that's going to be doing it for me, guys. I got to get to sleep. I'm going to trade this New York session. So I appreciate you guys joining me. I will be back live tomorrow for London as well. So we'll see you guys then. Appreciate you watching.